this week, allow me to be annoying about the restock of my collection with Odin's Eye, the Love Language collection. But I thought I'd turn the camera on because today Jose's family is visiting us and I'm truly getting ready for the day. So I wanted to show you how I utilize my Love Language collection with Odin's Eye for just an easy everyday look. Now, if you're looking for more simple look inspiration, definitely check out this video right here with all of these super easy, really pretty to and done eyeshadow looks. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for today. So yeah, I mean, my collection with Odin's Eye is officially restocked. It's the perfect spring palette. I'm gonna bring this with me on vacation very soon because it has everything that I need. You can get simple looks to really, really bold looks. I feel like with the tutorials that I do with this palette, I'm just so inspired and I've been doing really, really bold looks, but I actually really created this palette to be very simple, easy looks that are just really gorgeous and look more intricate than that. Oh my gosh, I almost got stuff on my white shirt. So I kind of want to show you off camera how I would utilize it. And then of course all of the 5 lip shades are restocked, including these 2 shades that sold out super duper fast, Love Language and Kisses. But just a simple everyday get ready with me, shameless plug about my collection. And the other products that I pulled are just oldie but goodies. I shop my stash. I love doing that. And you guys love the video that I did for the Sephora savings event where it was like no trendy recommendations, just using products or showing you recommendations that I love. And I have a lot of those guys today too. So let's get started. I definitely want a hydrating primer as I do have dry skin. So I'm going to use this reliable guy here, Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. It really just feels like a lightweight moisturizer. So today's look is not going to be dramatic at all. I have, I believe, 3 other tutorials on my channel where I really went all out with the looks that I did, and today is just going to be a more everyday, put together, simple cutie spring look, since most of the full face tutorials I've done have been bolder. I mean, look at this photo of the last look that I did. Even I wasn't expecting it to go that dramatic, but I was really loving the purple shades, and I feel like I've been so inclined to put all of the shimmering shades all over my eyelid, but you don't have to. Odin's Eye's mattes are just so beautiful. But today I think we shall go a little shimmery on the eyelid, since that's what I like. And for foundation, I'm bringing back an old drugstore favorite. I ended up decluttering it a couple of declutters ago because it was just old, but I remember that this was one of my favorite drugstore foundations. It's been on my list to buy. I just haven't because there's always new drugstore foundations coming out. But I got the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in a PR package, and I had to be greedy and keep it for myself. I want to see if I still love these foundations as much as I used to. I'm totally fine using this for today because I trust it. I know I like it. I think I'm shade 425, but I have 420 if I need to go lighter. So let's see. A hint yellow, but we can make it work. Oh, it actually matches my neck. Very, very good. So what I liked about this foundation, if I remember correctly, is it does look lightweight on the skin, but it's very, very smoothing at the same time. Really great for dry skin. Now, this is my previous review for this. I always thought that this looked like a high-end foundation on my skin, and it just felt almost cooling to apply. A lot of times, I feel like it looked better than a lot of high-end foundations, but it's been a while since I've used it, so we're gonna see. Get a little bit of re-reviews. I've been on social media for long enough now that I'm doing a lot of reviews because a lot has changed in 7 years with my makeup preferences, with my application. My skin has changed a lot. You know, we started off in our early 20s trying products. Things are a little different when you try them in your late 20s. So I used to think, oh, I've already reviewed this, it's boring, this product's been out for a while, but now that I've been around the block, we're gonna go back around now with a different perspective, really. And I'm really liking how this is applying. I see why I like this L'Oreal, I think, typically has some really good foundation products. What recently launched that I didn't love was the L'Oreal Lumi. Is it a foundation? I don't know. I really like it underneath foundation, but it is a hot mess express. It's the Luminous Glow foundation that just launched in the squeezy tube. But this is a classic. I feel like I remember it looking a little glowier in the past, but it really looks super lightweight, smooth, and soft. It does not look like there's a layer of product sitting on my skin. So this is still looking nice after all these years later. Still liking it. I'm actually going to put on my lips the Fenty Skin Conditioning Lip Oil in Dragon Fruit. This is super glossy, but I just love this for some hydration while I'm doing my makeup to help keep everything moisturized. I'm gonna fill in my brows. Now I already, before filming, put on the Rare Beauty Eyebrow Gel. Now I'm using the Shu Uemura Brow Sword Naginata, which is such a unique shape. Look at this. I'm gonna quickly do this off camera because it's gonna take a lot of time and clean up underneath the brow. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just gonna do quite literally the easiest eye look. I always use Service first because I just put down some concealer all over my eyelid and I'm too lazy to use an eyeshadow primer. So I like to use Service to kind of set that. And then the bestest brown shade is Affirmation right here. It's just the perfect shadow. Now, I'm going to keep this kind of high to really sculpt the eye. I love this shade because you can get a lot of depth from it, but you can also keep it nice and light and shadowy like I'm gonna do today because I just want a little shimmer on today's lid. So just really diffuse that out. The beauty of the tone of this shade is it's super natural, like a contour of your eye, so you can kind of be messy with it. It's really, really great for beginners. And then for the eyelid, I mean, there's so many beautiful options if you want to go a little bit more colorful, but the perfect everyday shimmery shade is Heart right here. But you know what? I lied. I'm not gonna just do that. I'm gonna start off with, we could go matte with Service. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of touch. I'm being very, very careful. And this is very pigmented. You can use it with a brush too, but I'm just using a light hand. Like you can see, I'm barely tapping it. I'm not even rubbing, just to brighten the area of the lid first. And this is one of the most beautiful champagne-y gold shades. And you'll see how Heart kind of made it more white. I'm gonna go over again with Heart, and that's gonna add that texture. Just a little bit. Like this is as natural and pretty as we can get. Because you know I love a little crease shade and then just something really bright on the eye like this. I think maybe this one I put down a little bit more of touch than I thought I did. So I'm gonna build it up to make it more even. I'm just gonna go back and forth and layer these shades. It really doesn't matter which one goes down first. I do actually wanna go in with a shader brush to build it up a little higher above the crease, like so. And then more of Heart for some more reflex. Stunning. And like I said, so many more directions that you can go with this, but I just love the simplicity that is this, and you can see some of the multicolor reflex that you get from Heart. And now for a little bit of depth and liner. I want it to look a little more blended. I'm going to take Quality Time, just the tip of this really small brush, and smoke it on the outer half of the lash line, like so. And this is just gonna be a background. This isn't actually our liner. I'm gonna take a pencil brush and then just soften it for the background. It was important for me to do a look like this because I've been doing more bold looks, and this palette I didn't make just for bold lovers, you know. I really wanted it to be for everybody. Now I'm taking an actual angled brush and I'm going to truly press this into the lash line to keep the depth as close and tight to the lash line as possible. If you want to do a little bit of a wing, there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can take that small brush and just kind of blend it out for something more natural, because I do like a little bit of elongation to my eye. That just looks good with my eye shape. I do have a smaller eye that I do like to emphasize, and I also like to emphasize the almondness of my natural eye shape. So I do like to do a little extension very naturally here. And then if you want to, you can go back in with that crease brush that you used just to soften and diffuse the eye. My big fat finger pads got down here, so I'm just going to clean that up so no additional concealer can blend in with that. And along with the PR package that I got with the Infallible foundation, I did also get in that package the Infallible Full Wear Concealer, which I actually haven't tried this, so I'm very, very excited. So I'm going to use some of 360, I think is the best under eye shade for me. BK Beauty, Angie A506. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing through this. Transparently, I am. I truly am getting ready for the day. I still have to prepare our guest room and buy some snacks for the nephews. So, trying to do this nice and quickly. This is blending out beautifully. It's giving very nice coverage as well. You can use that to kind of clean that little extension of shadow that I made to make it slightly crisper if you want. It doesn't need to have a crisp look. You guys know I always love an inner corner wing as well for a little bit more dramatic, so I'm not going to do that today, but that's always a good way to go as well. And then I'm going to use a cream contour today. I just love a cream contour, a cream blush. Cream contours I've always favored. And for today, I'm using the Say Dew Bronze, which is just a really great natural liquid bronzer. Let's use Salt today. And this is quite unique. I just really love the way that it blends into the skin. Salt's a little bit more contoury. This is an F4 brush from Makeup by Mario. But it also does have a slight dewy radiance to it that I feel like makes it look nice and natural. Yeah, so Salt's definitely more contoury. Beautiful. Now, I wear a ton of looks out and about that you guys don't see on camera. Even though I film almost every day, I'm doing makeup multiple times a day, testing a lot of products, doing a lot of wear tests. This one I haven't used in a while, but I definitely plan on bringing it back for the summer. I think I'm actually going to do a little bit of spritz because this has just a little bit more warmth for my forehead. I want some more like this. Look at that. So pretty. Now, I just love cream and liquid contour because it just melts into the skin. I haven't pulled a cream blush. Maybe, let's see what I have in my drawers. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I think this will look good. This is the blush from About Face. I'm still testing this. This is actually from my Speed Reviews drawer. This is the Fluid Blush in the shade In the Dust. I think it'll be pretty for today. Like so. Look how nice that's blending in. It has quite a dewy look to it, which I don't really love in a liquid blush sometimes, because if the dew is bad, it can look ill-fitting on the face if it's not matching the finish of the foundation and concealer. There's a time and a place, certainly. But like this, I can see the blush. It's too like stark of a difference. So what I do to help that, I'm taking my concealer brush, kind of blending that over the blush, and then that will help that finish difference. Gorgeous. And then for setting powder, I'm gonna use a favorite of mine, Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Glare Setting Powder. Underrated, if you ask me. When I was pulling products though, this tumbled out of my makeup drawer and like rolled across my whole room. So I have a bunch of product that came out of the sifter. So it's all sitting on top. Anyways, I hope you guys, for those of you who are off on spring break, are enjoying your spring break. How lovely is that? My dad is off. My mom will be off. I technically don't get one, right? But we're taking one anyways since we're going to a wedding. That's kind of going to be our break. So I did mention this in the last video, but with family visiting and then also a wedding, I'm going to be offline for the most part this week unless I really feel like showing up. So that's why the video launches or video drops are not going to be quite as exciting. But that's okay. With all the heavy hitters I did with the Sephora sale, going back into affirmation, this is, trust me, a must do so that you can get rid of these fine lines. This hides them. Then take a little pencil brush. I'm going to use Service. And I'm just going to brighten up the inner corner. Then a little bit of touch, that shimmer shade. Just for some fun to brighten up that area. Gorgeous. Now for highlight, I picked an oldie but a goodie. It is such a good product. Benefit Cookie Highlight. Now it is a little 2018 vibes, but I like it. It's going to be pretty. And it's still good. You just use less if you don't want to be glowing to the gods. So just a little bit. I'm keeping it subtle today. You know, sometimes when I'm truly in a serious rush, skip highlight altogether, but just a little bit. And then to set, I'm using the You Mist from Fenty Beauty for some longevity today. Mascara, I am going to pop on the Hailey's Beauty Reveal Mascara. If you have Asian lashes or straight lashes, this mascara is amazing. Take a moment before. We're not working with much. Give me a second. With what I'm working with, the lashes are very impressive with this mascara. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, for lips, we're gonna go into the warmer lip shades that I created, which I think are underloved and underappreciated. So let me show you. I'm first gonna use the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut, and I'm just gonna use this as my background. Now these two shades I'm using, I created for the perfect everyday, not bold lip, but your lips, but so much better. It does add a lot of color to the face, but the intention is that when they wear down, you still have that color where it almost looks like a lip blush. And it looks amazing with very natural eye makeup, or none. It's the kind of thing where the eyes aren't the focus. You maybe have some mascara on, but the lips are gonna look full and flushed, and you're gonna look healthy. What color was this? What's this? Wherever Walnut. Okay. This has more pink in it than I remember. Anyways, LOML is the matte lip stain shade. It's a little bit more bold. This was my sample. Let me show you how to use it if it doesn't look like your jam. So you can just put a little bit on. Use your finger. Smudge her out. I know I have dry patches on my lips. It's no fault of the product, just my crusty dustiness. But this is just gonna stain the lips and be the background. Or it can be the foreground, honestly. Look how pretty that is. Look how much color that gives to my lips. And it stains. I don't find it to be too overpowering. It looks very natural. Well, very natural is a stretch. But this for me is the perfect everyday lip for a more natural look, to make it look like I put more effort in than I did. But I'm actually going to take some of Beso, which is more of a gloss color of this, and I'm going to put it right over top. So I want LOML, or Love of My Life, to be that background stain, and then this has a hint more warmth to it, but same idea. I just made a mess though. Compliments to the chef, because this as an everyday lip shade for a natural look, like, I will admit, I feel like maybe these two colors didn't go as well with the palette, but I just wanted to have these colors in my collection because these lip colors are truly what I'm wearing every day, and I don't know that I'll ever get another opportunity to create custom lip colors. So even though these two colors don't go good with every shade in this palette, this is my idea of an everyday lip that adds so much color to your face and brightness without it being really in your face. And I love the formula of Beso. It's that thick pigmented gloss formulation. So I did feel like both of these are underappreciated. So I wanted to give them a moment to show you one of the ways that I enjoy utilizing these shades. It's giving a little bit bridal, isn't it? I'm just saying, it's totally giving bridal. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is my makeup for today. I'm about to go run some errands, get my house ready, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I get ready. Again, my collection is available now. It was just restocked. If you're interested in picking anything up, thank you so much. So much for the support. I truly appreciate it. I love seeing the looks that you create, so make sure you guys tag me, especially on Instagram, so I can take a look to see at what you do. You guys continue to inspire me. I gotta head out. We gotta go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I will be back next week, and I will see you guys then. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.